My name is Michael Herman and I'm the Chief Development Officer at Chicago House and Social Service Agency. We are thrilled to be here today. Chicago House has been serving members of the LGBT community since 1985, working with those affected by homelessness, HIV, gender marginalization, and all array of issues related to poverty. And so we are thrilled to be here today about on the anniversary of the opening of the TransLife Center, which is Chicago House's reach to the transgender community and the many issues that they face. And so we are thrilled to be here today, and I'd like to present some of our team from the TransLife Center, Sandy, Bonn, and Breezi, who are going to tell you a little bit about what we're trying to do here in Chicago. Big round of applause.
And just a quick shout out and thank you to Firebelly Design. Thank you to Kelly Cassidy, State Rep Kelly Cassidy, where are you? Right here. Oh, right in the back. Rick Garcia from Cook County Jail and just from doing amazing work in the community. Where are you? Here. Thank you, Rick Garcia. The entire amazing Firebelly team, which is right behind us. Woo! The amazing Firebelly team. And with their leader, Don Hancock, we love you and we'll introduce you in a minute, but first we're going to give some words to our community and communities. So I'm the director of the TransLife Center and I've been on board for about 1.5 years at Chicago House and the work is incredible. We are trying to do something based on the leadership of Sylvia Rivera, based on the leadership of Marsha P. Johnson, and the beautiful trans people that have been organizing since the beginning, since the Stonewall riots. And we see this event today in the spirit of our sisters and brothers that have walked before us. We're doing a social media campaign along with Camp Firebelly, and we're going to do some big stuff with trying to change the hearts and minds of the larger, broad Chicagoland community in their perception, understanding of transgender people and transgender people's bodies and our lives. So we're going to talk a little bit about the TransLife Center. We're going to talk about the reality of trans people's lives, of our lives, and I'm going to rely on my colleagues, Breezi and Sandy.
Hi, I'm Breezi. Talk about the reality of trans life. There's a lot of violence that's going on in trans life, especially amongst African American youth and adults. There's a lot of discrimination and just wrongdoings, especially from police officers and just random people from the streets. And what we need to do is provide a safer community where trans people can feel safe and not just survive but thrive.
Can you say that one more time?
We need to provide a safer community for trans people where they won't just survive but thrive.
So that's Breezi. Breezy's one of our youth leaders at the TransLife Center, and Sandy is another youth leader at the TransLife Center, and Sandy's going to talk about our work that we do together collectively.
So I want to give credit where credit is due. Without the TransLife Center, I would not have been able to change my name, change my legal name so easily. I would not have been able to find medical services or be put in contact with so many resources or just people from the community, influential members in our community, like Angelica Ross or Gina. How do you say Gina's last name?
Gina Rosario.
Gina Rosario?
Yeah.
And Owen? Yeah.
So what do we do with the TransLife Center?
We help take trans people of all ages, colors, persuasions off the street. We help people like me and Breezi who were homeless find places to live and really to get our feet on the ground and to start our own new lives, to really find help with our job resources and to help get everything in line so that we can live productive, healthy lives just like anyone else.
They are awesome.
They're awesome.
They provide a safe environment for us.
So, yeah, everything from legal services to employment to medical advice and medical care. It's great.
Wonderful. thank you, Sandy. Thank you, Breezi. And we're gonna, you know, beautiful people in the news and out there, watch these two young folks, brilliant and beautiful. We will be retiring because they are keeping it pushing forward. All of us elders will be retiring soon, hopefully. So without, you know, any other words, we just want to introduce Don Hancock, the president of Firebelly Design. Don and I have been friends for 15 years. I love that kid, and Don runs so many amazing people, or I'm sorry, runs so many amazing initiatives in the community. And Camp Firebelly is one of those examples. And Don, we love you. We are so grateful for you. And I just want to give space for you to talk.
Thanks, Bonn, and everyone for coming out. I think it's actually kind of amazing to be able to be out here and see all this traffic and all these people who are inspired to, and you guys inspired to come and see what we've been up to in our camp for the last 10 days. Our camp, which we do every year, it brings young people from all around the world to work in our studio on issues that hopefully are changing the world in some form or another. We worked with the TransLife Center this year so that we could make a difference in our community, hopefully open some eyes to an issue that maybe people didn't even realize was something they needed to care about. And every year we try to do that so that we're bringing younger designers into a socially conscious world of design so that they can realize that it's not all about corporate America and all these other things, that there are things that they can do even in the smallest ways in the last 10 days. They've seen their impact, and the fact that you're all here today, I think, is it's very telling as to what they've been able to accomplish, and the fact that you guys are excited about it. So I want to bring Kyle up. Where are you, Kyle? Kyle will tell you a little bit about the idea that he has, and then we'll show it off.
Awesome. First of all, thanks everyone for coming out. We're so excited, as all of us have been working on this for the last 10 days. To have this community out here to share this experience with us is awesome. As you'll see soon, our billboard is meant to be a call to action and call to the community to recognize the transgender community by challenging their assumptions of who these people are and what their daily life is like. So you'll see in a couple seconds the imagery speaks to those people, and the headline is what really challenges that assumption. Here we go. So where we started out on this project was pretty much centering around this headline, "She's just walking, not working," which challenges the daily lives of these people who could be out on the streets. And you know, there's a lot of assumptions about the transgender community, and we had one story in particular kind of inspired this message, where someone was in a Starbucks and then came out, and within a couple minutes she was already being pegged by the police, which is an extremely unfortunate situation. So we wanted to put that headline up there to challenge people's assumptions, and then the imagery of the high heels walking is a powerful stance, and then it's going against those words to kind of create this opposition that the transgender women of color in this community are challenging this assumption as well.
invite Channyn from the TransLife Center. She's doing a lot of outreach in the community, and I'm going to have her talk a little bit about what's going on at the TransLife Center. Let's welcome Channyn.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you for this amazing billboard, and thank you guys for all being out here. You know, one of the reoccurring things that we've been talking about is that transgender people constantly live under this cloud of misconception, of this assumption that us taking a simple walk down the street means that we're actually out doing solicitation, prostitution, so on and so forth, which could be furthest from the truth. The fact is, though, that that is a concrete reality, right? One of the things that I sincerely hope that this message does is get down at the base level that, above all, trans people are human. You know, I'm hoping that this will reach just an individual who's driving by, who looks up and says, hey, you know what, that's my brother, that's my sister, that's my neighbor, that's my friend, that's my coworker. So I'm hoping above all that this message really hits home with that. So a lot of the things that we are doing at Chicago House is that we're doing our outreach that extends into Cook County Department of Corrections. We have on-site medical services. We have our employment program. We have our legal services that are aiming to expunge records, that are helping individuals live productive lives with name changes. And we also have, what else do we have? We have safe space, thank you. There's so much stuff that we have, I even get jumbled myself. So we also have our drop-in, our weekly drop-in, which offers trans people a safe space to come to every Wednesday. So, with that being said, again, thank you guys so much for coming out, and we hope to continue to do the good work with you guys. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Channyn. Chicago House also on this initiative has partnered with members in the community, leaders in the community, helping to move this issue forward and really make some change in the systems here in Chicago and in Illinois. And we're thrilled to have with us Rick Garcia, who is the Community Outreach Coordinator for the Cook County Jail. And I want to welcome Rick today. Thank you, Rick. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I am so thrilled to be here, and we at the jail are especially grateful that we have such a wonderful resource in the TransLife Center. We want to make sure that our detainees are treated appropriately and properly and with respect while we have them, but we really want to make sure that when they come back onto the street, they have some place to go and that they have the necessary resources that can have them lead full and productive lives. And that's what the TransLife Center does. And I'm thrilled, you all, about this education project. This is so important to dispel the myths and stereotypes. You've done such an excellent job from the bottom of our heart. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Rick. The TransLife Center opened almost to the day a year ago, and we opened in the Edgewater neighborhood, and we were very blessed to have the support of our local state rep, Kelly Cassidy, and I'm thrilled to welcome her again today for all her support for the trans community.
Thank you. I'm thrilled to be here today, and I'm thrilled to have partnership with Chicago House and to be so lucky to have the TransLife Center in my district. It is one of my favorite things to be able to point to all the beautiful diversity of my district and what we as a community embrace. You are neighbors. It's not a random facility in the middle of nowhere. It is a neighbor to a wonderful and thriving neighborhood, and I think it's fantastic. You know, I was earlier this week at an event about where the immigration rights movement is and how we are going to move that body forward. And I talked a lot about visibility. Every bit of progress begins with visibility. It begins with humanizing the people that we're talking about as people. It begins with destigmatizing. And this is what we're doing here. And I want to see so many more of these billboards all over the city. and to continue to do the great work that we've done together around trafficking, about getting these women out of trafficking situations and getting these youth out of trafficking situations, getting more resources to places like the TransLife Center so that there are enough beds for everyone who needs them, so that there is enough medical service for everyone who needs it, that the job services remain in place, that we can continue to grow and expand and make sure that nobody gets left behind who is in need of our services. And I'm so grateful to the partnership of Chicago House, and let's just keep moving forward. Thank you.
Thanks. And just in closing, once again, thank you all for being here today. This is just one of 10 billboards that will be up around the west and south sides of the city. So we are thrilled about the conversation it will create. It's also part of the campaign, and thanks to Firebelly, we will also be doing some PR work and some placards in doctors' offices across the community, as well as some materials that can be distributed throughout our neighborhood. So we are thrilled to have this wonderful opportunity, but the partnership with Dawn and all of the group at Firebelly is fantastic. Thank you for being here today. Keep the conversation going, and so much thanks. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye.